Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of City Hall Live. I am Joe Abeta, and today our guest is Jose Miramontes from the, you're the supervisor, pool supervisor for Salvador Perez, right?
Yes, I am one of the supervisors. I usually work in the mornings there.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I see you there when I go there, yeah. So thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so it's funny, and I could speak from experience because I'm outdoors. I'm outside waiting for the gym to open in the morning at Sal Perez, and I always get people, they know that I work for the city, right? And so they're always asking about the lifeguard thing. The lifeguard thing has been an issue for the lifeguard shortage has been an issue now, probably since the beginning of summer, a little bit before that. Would you say?
It's been going on for maybe a year now, 2 years.
Okay.
It's actually, it started a while back, and now it's definitely more noticeable.
Gotcha. So there's a shortage of lifeguards.
Yes.
For our municipal pools.
Yes.
Right, and we have four municipal pools, right?
Yeah, we definitely have four. We have the Chavez Center,
Yep.
the biggest one. We have Sal P. We have Fort Marcy, and during the summer, Bicentennial.
Bicentennial, right?
Yes.
And our community loves their pools, right?
They do. Whenever we shut down, everyone hears about it.
Yeah.
No, people love their pools.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's a good thing, right? Because
Yes.
people are going to our pools, and then they feel like, hey, they're accessible to us. There's good cost. It's fair, and we're going to use them as much as possible, which is good, right?
Yes.
Rather than having to. Well, you know what? I was thinking. There's Llano Pool also, but that doesn't exist anymore, right? The pool on Llano. Do you remember that?
Is that the one by Santa Fe High?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not.
no,
They
yeah,
use it for
I
movie
think it
sets
closed
now
it
and stuff. I
down.
think they closed it
Yeah.
down. But I remember going there when I was a kid too. But we had 5 pools at one time in this community. Anyway, I'm sorry, reminiscing. Let's get back to the issue.
It's okay.
So you guys had to shut some pools down this summer, kind of a rolling shutdown, if you will, just depending on how you could get coverage, right? Because safety first.
Yes.
You have to have a certain amount of lifeguards on a pool when a pool's open, right? You guys are on a rotation, right? Where it's every 30-minute rotation, correct?
It depends. Depending on how many people are there, the rotation time changes.
Okay.
If there's a lot of us, 15 minutes.
Okay.
If there's less, it goes up to 20. If there's even less, up to 30. But there needs to be at least 2 people per pool.
Yeah.
And that's just in case an accident happens. We definitely need the other lifeguard to make sure that the police is called.
Yeah.
EMS is on their way. They can jump in, help you out if it's a spinal.
Yeah. Something that happens there. And it also keeps you guys from kind of, helps you out with only doing 15 to 30 minutes of actual active looking at what's going on, right? Because it keeps you fresh.
Yes, it does.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly during the hot summer days.
Yeah.
They get you.
Yeah.
They really get you.
No, I got you on that. And I got to say, I swam for a while at Fort Marcy. I would go there. And Paul, he's a really good lifeguard. And I can't think of the young lady's name that's there, but there's a couple of young ladies that are there. And you guys show up. You are hardworking. You have a big responsibility, right? Because you have to make sure if anything does happen, you're going to respond. You're going to be able to respond successfully to these folks.
Yes.
And it's instinctive, right?
Yes.
You have to. You're the first interaction if something were to happen. If someone were to drown or is drowning, you have to go and save them. You can't wait till the fire department comes, right, and go in and jump in and save that person. You guys are the first responders.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in a matter of seconds, things can go awry. The other day I was guarding on Sunday, and I decided to walk away from the area at Salvador Perez where we hold the open rec. And of course, the second I step away, one of the kids didn't know that it was deep on the other half.
Yep.
He jumps in, he starts going down. One of the parents tries to help. He also doesn't know how to swim. I had to jump in, get the kid, and then help the guy out and move him to the shallow end as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that don't think much of it, but if we weren't there, things could end up bad.
That's right. It's important.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. And have 2 lifeguards on per, that is a requirement. And it also keeps, the city from liability too as well. I mean,
yes.
And what I'm getting to is that you want the best people to be there. If it were my child and I was away and he was going to go swim, I'd want to know that Santa Fe has the best lifeguards, the best people there on duty, and making sure that my kid's going to be safe, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And with that, it you guys aren't just looking for, come and sign up and be a lifeguard. We're going to take you in, right? You're looking for the best. You're looking for people that are certified, that know how to swim well. There's a lot of requirements that are drug-free as well, too.
Yes.
I mean, there are a lot of things you're looking for, because if any of those, they don't fit those requirements and something does happen and they don't respond the way they're supposed to, the city could be liable and then someone could get hurt, too.
Definitely,
Correct?
definitely.
Yes.
And we do look for the best. There could be multiple reasons as to why we've been having a shortage.
Yeah.
But yes, we have to make sure that people can actually swim well before they can even take a lifeguarding class.
Yeah.
And then once they get the lifeguarding class, then we go through the through the interviews, and then just making sure that they're up to date with everything, the background check.
So what's the process, Jose? What is it exactly when people were to come in? Let's say I want to come to Jose. I want to leave my job at City Hall and I want to come in. I want to be a lifeguard. What's the process like?
So process is, of course, first to be informed. Whenever you want to take a lifeguarding test, you need to make sure you know how to swim. There's going to be a 300-yard swim, and then there's going to be a 2-minute water tread with the brick, and then there's going to be a timed event. You need to finish these, and it can't be lake swimming, with your head out of the water. It needs to be professional lap swimming. And once you pass this, then you're able to take the course. And the course can be a few days up to a few weeks, depending on the frequency. And after you pass the test, then of course you go to City Hall or you go to the City of Santa Fe website, you apply, and then from there, it takes a while, but you do get the interview, and then they do the background check, the drug test, and then you start.
Okay, so let's go back to the 300-yard swim here.
Yes.
How quick does it have to be?
It is not timed. It
it's not timed?
It used to be timed. It is not timed anymore.
When it was timed, what was it?
Before it used to be, I believe, a 500 in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Now it's only a 300, and it is not timed.
Okay, so and you would do that at what particular pool? Do you guys do it at GCC, or where do you guys usually do the testing?
It doesn't matter which pool it's at.
Because GCC is a little bit longer, right? Back and
yes.
forth. It's 50 yards going back and forth at Fort Marcy, and then maybe 100 maybe at GCC. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking in my head.
It's definitely longer at the Chavez Center, but
Yeah.
we can always wait until it's short course.
Yeah.
If we were going to do it over there, and whenever you have to grab the brick,
Right after you do the swim, you get the brick.
Yeah, you'll have to be
So
doing
it's consecutive.
you keep going. You definitely get a short break, but it's not like, oh, okay, I just swam. I'm gonna go and take a half-hour break. It's more like maybe let's do 5 minutes and then we'll switch to the next section.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I can do that. But
you can always try.
Well, let me ask you this: what is the what's normally the deal breaker as far as what is it that when people go up to? I know, like with when the police are doing their physical training, it's either going to be the push-ups or the sit-ups. Most of the time, you see people doing great on 2 of them, and then that third one, whatever it is, man, they lose gas, and then they're done. So what is it normally with you guys?
For some people, it's just a 300 swim. They come in, and again, they try to do lake swimming, and about 150 in, they're already tired. They can't finish. Sometimes we have people with asthma, and they don't bring their inhalers. There's other people that they just pass that with flying colors. For some other people, it's the treading with a 10-pound brick. Sorry, it's just the water. Yeah, it's just the water tread. There's no brick for that.
Yeah.
But the hands need to be either under the armpits or above the water.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people that don't practice just doing this.
Yeah.
And that tires them out.
That could tire. And you're not looking for speed.
Yeah, no,
All
no.
you're looking for is buoyancy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can go slow and still be able to do it. And then for other people, it's the time event, and it's just because you can't wear goggles for it.
What's the time event?
Essentially, you start at the end of the pool, you swim out 20 yards, you're going to dive down either head first or feet first, grab the brick at 7 to 10 feet, bring it back up, swim it on your back, and the brick needs to be on your chest.
That seems pretty, if you're a confident swimmer, that would seem something that would be easy to do.
It's definitely doable.
But for some people, yeah. Okay, so would you say that then the swimming and physical part of the swimming part of it, any of the things having to do with in water are usually the deal breakers for a lot of them?
Yes, that tends to do it, because if you don't pass this, you can't take the course.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So that makes a lot of sense. You know, I know that we're talking to Jose Miramontes. He's the pool supervisor at Salvador Perez, one of the pool supervisors, and we're talking about the shortage of lifeguards here in the city that's been hitting us. Okay, so so what is so you guys are putting out a campaign because you need more lifeguards, right? Yes. And I'm gonna put a graphic up here too. But these are really nice.
They definitely are.
Yeah, and these are all. I know that the in-house guy at the City Hall, graphic designer, put these together with the help of you guys and Liz Roybal, your supervisor. And these are awesome. So where can people? So how many lifeguards are you guys looking for? How many positions are you looking to fill?
About 9. I say
9?
maybe about 9.
All around. Okay.
All around. You know, lifeguards, water safety instructors, and I'm sure there are other positions available throughout the city.
Are they full-time positions, or are they part-time?
I'm sure some of them are part-time and others should be full-time.
Okay. So there's that. You know, another thing I was thinking, and you being a lifeguard, is it a skill that you get, and then when you can move, you can move like anywhere in the United States, and I mean obviously ocean swimming is different. Life is a different requirement for lifeguards, but you could be a pool lifeguard anywhere in the United States.
Almost everywhere. It depends where you are. Some places use the American Red Cross. Other places use Alice. I don't know if there's other different companies that they use.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you become certified and you go somewhere else, you can just go take that test, and if you're already certified and you know what to do, easy.
So it's a great skill to have. It's kind of like, you know, I served tables for like 10 years when I was in college and whatnot, and I know that I have that skill as an absolute backup if something were to go wrong. If I were to have if I were to lose my job or something, knock on wood. But this seems like these are one of those skills that if you as long as you keep up the certification every year, right? Is it a yearly certification?
The certifications last 2 years.
Okay.
But you should be recertified every year just to make sure you're staying up to date.
Gotcha.
And if there's anything new introduced, you just go over that.
Yeah, and they're great skills to have because you never know if someone were to have, say, a heart attack somewhere like at a restaurant or at an event or something. You'd be able to help that person out because you have those skills to be able to perform CPR, right?
Yes.
Yeah, even basic skills. So it seems like it's a very, very could be rewarding, but also valuable that you have that throughout your life, be able to become a lifeguard.
Definitely, and I mean the city is a good place to start off. It's good for a summer job.
Yep.
And I started out as a lifeguard maybe 5 years back, and then from there, I transferred. But afterwards, I was able to get my water safety instructor. Like this, I can teach water aerobics. I can do swim lessons. Sadly, right now, because we're so short-staffed, we haven't been able to. But then later on, I was able to get my certified pool operator certification, and I am now also a lifeguard instructor, which means I can hold classes. Not just for regular lifeguarding, there's also shallow water lifeguarding. I can recertify coaches. I can do bloodborne pathogens. So the city is a good place, to move up and just try to better yourself.
Is there a cost for the test?
Not for the test,
Okay.
But overall for the class, there's usually a cost.
Okay.
It runs somewhat high. If you go to specific places, it could be up to $350.
Okay.
That covers the test, it covers the books, it covers the cert, and of course the class.
Yeah, and you get that back because you're given a life skill that you're able to use forever as long as you keep up with it. And
Yes.
it'd be a great even part-time gig, right?
Yes.
Like you could work your full-time gig and then go and pick up a part-time gig with the city. So if there's anybody out there that wants to be a lifeguard, here you go. How would they get a hold of you guys?
Well, on these flyers, they will have numbers.
Okay.
But what you can always do is just go on the City of Santa Fe website and always try, contact one of the pools, ask for information, or try to talk to Liz Roybal, one of the complex managers, or Denise Dominguez, one of the pool managers, or Matt Cottle, he's another pool manager. There's also Abby, she's one of the assistant pool managers, I believe. I'm not good with titles.
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it, man. I'm not either. You're in charge. Okay, this guy's in charge over here.
And
of
if
the
that
poll,
seems like too much of a hassle,
No.
just give one of the sites a call. You want to call Fort Marcy and be like, hey, I'm interested in this. Can you transfer me to someone or give me information?
And these will be up at the sites. When are
Yes.
these going up?
I'm not entirely
They're
sure.
going up today?
They might
They'll
go up
be,
today.
They'll be up by the time you watch this. You can go down and they'll be up. So that's great, awesome, and they'll have all the information. So folks, if you know somebody that say, hey, why don't you be a lifeguard? You can be like on Baywatch, only in Santa Fe. Go and do it. I mean, it's a rewarding life skill. It's a rewarding for the community too to be able to give back, and you're going to be in great shape also as well. So that's good. I don't know of any lifeguards that are out of shape, so that's a good thing. I know all the lifeguards that work for the city, they all seem to be in great shape.
We try to make sure we stay in shape.
That Paul Tapia, he's something else, huh? He
We're
can,
supposed
he
to.
can bench like 500 pounds. I'm giving Paul a hard time. I see him all the time. But anyway, well, thank you, Jose, for joining us today, man. I appreciate it. And I'm really, this is great. You guys are getting out there and going to be able to we can get some lifeguards in our municipal pools, man. The best out there. So thanks again for joining us.
Of course. No, thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Folks, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great week and a safe week. I want to thank Adrian and Christina for all the behind the scenes that they do. And folks, adios.